What's up, guys? Do. Hope everyone's having a good day. Do. Oh, man. Oh, I hope you guys are having a good day. Do. Hopefully, my head won't get in the way. Do. Damn, where's my little? I wonder if this thing will work. Will this thing work? Wonder. Interesting. That is definitely wobbly. That is very wobbly, isn't it? Would that work? Interesting. Let's see. Would that work? I wonder if my head. I don't know. It makes. I don't know if that one would work. You know what I need to do? I need to start just doing this over there on my actual damn art desk. But that means I got to get a longer cord to run to my laptop for the camera. Yeah, I think that's too noisy. Yeah, that thing is just way too noisy. All right, what about that? Would that work okay? Like doing something like this right here. Oh, that might work a little better. Maybe I won't get my head in the way. Will I get my head in the way? A little bit. Would that work like that? Would it do okay like that? Hey, what's up, Cam? Got to get this one inked out and ready to go. A little bit of stuff like that. Yeah, we are. We're so damn close. We're definitely close. Hopefully, we don't have nobody back out or alter their dang backings before it ends. That's where you can really take a nosedive on the last day. Hopefully, everyone stays true to what they backed, and we don't have that happen this time. Hopefully, we won't. Hopefully, everyone will keep their backing right where it's at. Maybe we can get a couple of last minute people to jump on. But yeah, hopefully everything will stay okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's probably a few people that kind of wait till the last minute. They always kind of do, but you know, still one of those things where you just kind of hope they do. Because I know, like on the next Kickstarter, prices on everything on it's going up a good bit. There'll be a couple of basic, regular cover A's or however you word them. That'll be kind of the normal $10 fee, but the rest of the covers on there is going to be a bit more. And it's not because we're trying to necessarily raise the prices per se. It's got to start making sense, and it's got to start reflecting what other Kickstarters are doing also that are in a similar popularity level with a creator that's done similar work. So sadly, it's got to start making sense. And like I said, it's not an issue of, I'm not trying to raise prices just to be raising prices. It's just matching what other Kickstarters are doing. That's all it has to do with. It's got to make sense. Plus, I'm also spending a good bit more money on this next one with the artist I'm bringing in. So, but yeah, that's the only somewhat change that's coming. And like I said, that's just to reflect what other Kickstarters in a similar bracket of popularity is doing. It's not an issue of trying to just up things to be upping them. It's because it has to make sense. These things are not cheap to create, and it's got to start reflecting that. I mean, I spend about $5,000 per Kickstarter. And then, like I said, this next one will be a little bit more on that front because of who I'm bringing on board. Yeah, I've got to get with McLean here as soon as they get back from their con and go over some things with him on that. Because I really do want to get that going. caffeine. Do. Got to put stains and stuff, on these blades. They're old and jacked up. Man, where is everybody today? It is quiet. It's been quiet a lot lately. I don't know where everybody is, but well, I mean, some people are at Comic Cons today. Yeah, it's damn sure hot outside, that's for sure. Very, very hot. Oh, it's well, I mean, it's an homage to Batgirl 41. It's that cover that was banned. So, it's a very controversial cover for sure. And I thought it'd be a fitting design concept for the character himself, just because it's such a it's such a crazy impactful cover. Because it's supposed to be, you know, the scene is supposed to be a very uncomfortable scene, it's not supposed to be, one of those things where you just kind of laugh it off or anything like that. It's meant to be uncomfortable and to create that fear feel, because you're kind of in that moment where it's a holy shit moment. It's a what the hell am I going to do now moment. It's meant to be, how the hell could this person possibly be getting out of this? And like a lot of people don't understand that this day and age is a very dangerous time to be in. I mean, you have a lot of emotionally unstable, mentally unstable people running around unchecked, you know, and then you have people who just constantly are running around not paying attention to the world that's going on right in front of them. And that's the way Psycho Sal was supposed to be, kind of playing into, was this the way that people just are oblivious to what's going on around them. And again, the dangers that could be just standing right next to them, but they're too busy caught up in their social media, they're too busy caught up in their TikToks, they're too busy caught up in everything but paying attention to what is actually going on in front of them. I mean, you got people, I've seen people walking out of apartments and um, um, uh, stores late at night and just not paying any attention to what's going on around them. And in a heartbeat, they could be gone. And I mean, to me, that's a terrifying concept, that you just, one minute you're there, the next minute you are completely removed from anything and everyone seeing you. But yet, again, people just are oblivious to how dangerous that, those moments are. Concerts and everything else where people are, having a good time, and then they go to a parking lot and, it's just them. It really is it's a real terrifying concept that someone can just remove you, that one minute you're here and the next minute you're just completely removed. And the sad thing is like nobody really knows, because, think about that for a moment. Like most people, they don't know your patterns, your friends and family, etc. They don't really know your patterns. They don't really know who you're talking to, you know. Um, they have no idea who your actual friends are. I mean, that entire idea that no one around you knows anything about you. It's pretty damn crazy. I mean, think about that for a moment. Even your kids, for the most part, you have no clue who their friends are. You kind of do when they're little. You kind of know who they play with, etc. But think about that for a moment. As your kids go off to college, or move into their own apartments. Ooh, I got hiccups. You don't know shit. I mean, think about that for a moment. If you're a parent, you actually have no clue who your children hang out with, who they, go to concerts with, who they go to movies with, who they, are dating, that they haven't brought home, for mom and dad to meet. You get what I'm saying? I mean, think about that. Hardcore, think about that. You really and truly, you don't have any, you have no contact phone numbers for anyone they know. Um, you have no idea, you know, what they are actually doing when you're not around. Um, I mean, it really is a, dangerous concept when you think about it that way. Yeah, I mean, if you really put that into perspective, I mean, your kids could be going out right now, or your brother, or your sister, or whatever the case may be, to do something, bar, club, whatever it is, and you have no idea where they just went. You have no idea where they've been that evening. Um, because people don't really communicate that well about, okay, mom, this is where I'm going. I'm going to be at such and such's house. Then we're going to so and so club. Um, you know, like that, nobody really does the like whole itinerary thing. Like this is where we're going. And a lot of people won't ask because I don't want to be, I don't want to be, harassing my kid, or I don't want to be like overprotective. So that's, you know, that's what makes the entire concept, you know, absolutely terrifying is your kid could vanish tomorrow, or your husband or your wife or anyone could vanish tomorrow, and you have no idea who to call except for, like 911. And then when they come out to you, you know, um, I mean, other than a picture, that's about all the damn information you have to give them. Because again, you didn't know where they went. You don't know who they were friends with or who they were hanging out with. And it's super terrifying in my mind. It is. I think it's absolutely terrifying. Yeah. What's up, Danny? Hope you guys are having a good weekend. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I think it's coming out pretty good. Oh, oh, I haven't even watched it. It's all just bullshit. But yeah, I've not even watched it. It's all bullshit. I mean, most of us have always kind of known that there's, a little bit of bullshit to the whole thing. That there's, I mean, because at some point you got to kind of, think back and look at all the shit that's popped up in the last decades. And at some point you got to go look. Some of this, y'all can stop with the bullshit. That there's more to this than what y'all are trying to tell us. I mean, whether it's leaps in technology all of a sudden or just unexplained shit. I mean, at some point you just got to go look. I mean, I'm from the standpoint of it being, it's just doesn't make sense to me for to have all these universes and shit, and we're it. Our stupidity is it. That one's a hard one for me to swallow. I mean, whether you believe in God or whether you believe in, um, uh, evolution and whatever your inner belief is, it's hard for me to sit back and go, oh, okay, yeah, yeah, we're all there is. Like, it's just one of those things that just doesn't work well for me. Because I mean, if it's evolution, then okay, cool. Then you're going to sit here and tell me that no other planet and no other universe was able to, you know, some kind of life come from the evolution there. It's a bit it's a bit off for me. You know, like I said, it doesn't matter to me whether it's religion or whether it's evolution, whatever the case may be. It's hard for me to believe that it hasn't happened anywhere else. That's just a difficult one for me to swallow. Again, no matter what your belief system is. So I mean, I've always been a believer that there's got to be more to it than just what they try to emphasize to us. Oh well, no, there's nothing like that. I just never been able to buy that. Again, whether it be you believe in religion or whether you believe in evolution, it doesn't matter to me. I just find it hard to believe that we're it. I pray to God we're not, because that's a shame. I mean, it really is a shame. Yeah, like I can, maybe I can understand that maybe in our galaxy there's not. Okay, sure, but it's hard for me to believe that out of all the other universes that, man, that's terrifying if we're it. That's truly sad. Truly, truly sad. Well, I mean, a lot of it falls down to, you know, uh, us thinking we're better than anything else. The egos that come. You know, I think that's part of it. Is we don't want to believe that there's something out there higher advanced than us, and which is a strange process of thinking too. I mean, the ego that takes to sit and think that you're it and nothing can be better. It's for me personally, it's definitely a strange way to view everything. I don't know. Like I said, for me, it's a strange way of thinking to sit back and go, oh, no, 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 we're it. There's nothing higher above, nothing smarter, nothing better, nothing more evolved in its way of thinking past selfish ass behavior, you know? Um, it's definitely a crazy way to look at it. I mean, I've been drawing, since I was a kid, but um, up until 6 years ago, when I decided I was going to do this, um, I actually hadn't picked a pencil up in probably 10 years. So life and everything else kind of kept me from doing it. And then, like I said, about 5 years ago, I was like, you know what, I want to do this, as a profession. But yeah. Um, but I actually hadn't picked a pencil up in like 10 years up until that point. Hang on one second. I gotta look at something. See what the hell I sent. As far as the Muppets covers concerned, those are those characters from the Hellraiser movies. So just do the colors based on them. Let's give like some kind of glowing light in the background, lots of darkness around, mist or that kind of thing. And then let's stay true to the characters' covers. That's Miss Piggy, that's Kermit, and that's Animal. So as far as their skin tones, stay true to who they are. And then everything else just needs to be dark and creepy and Hellraiser looking. Sorry about that. I was sending a voice message there to Dave and them. They got to start working on a piece for me. Sorry, my head getting in the way. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, that one's. Let me grab my big marker. Yeah, the Muppets. That one's a print design for CollectorCon in August. Oh man. Ow. Damn. That hurt. Damn, that hurt. All right, let's see here. No, they hired me to do a print for them. Oh, it's non-photo blue ink. Whenever I'm working on cover designs or print designs, I don't want to risk damaging the original pencils. So what I'll do is once I have the pencils drawn the way I want them to be, I'll scan it into my computer and print it out in what's called non-photo blue ink. And then I'll ink that. That way I don't risk it. Because I damn sure don't want it getting damaged. Do. Yeah, that's pretty much what everybody does to protect the original. And plus, there's some people out there that prefer to collect original pencils, and then there's some people that prefer to collect original ink. So that also gives you two types of things that you can sell to potential fans, and that's the original raw pencils and the original inks. Yeah, there's a lot of tricks out there and stuff. And see, one of the main things you got to remember about an artist, see, sadly, too many artists want to jump right into selling stuff, and they're not ready. They're not ready on a lot of levels. They're not ready artistically. They're not ready mentally, physically, but they see what we do and then they want to jump out there and they want to go straight to selling when there's so much that you got to learn from techniques and tricks and things like that. I really do wish more artists would concentrate on learning things instead of trying to turn a profit. You know, and I'm not saying this is you or anything. I'm just speaking generalized because that's something you mentioning that was something you didn't know about, and of course that just triggered my thinking about other posts I've seen people do where they're you can look at their artwork and tell that they're kind of dropping the ball in certain areas because they're not learning those techniques and stuff that would help improve them tremendously and get them more business. Because while there are fans out there for pretty much any type of art style and to a degree any type of experience level, true, but that only gets you so far. And if you're trying to do this as a business, you got to learn the other shit so you can have that stuff kind of covered and help you put out better work. And knowing these little tips and tricks about print designs and non-photo blue ink and all this other stuff that applies, that just helps push you as an artist and a creator to not give people shortcomings. You know what I mean? Because you don't want people paying for artwork, whether they are okay paying it or not. Me personally, as a person, I'm not putting out weak work. That's why I grinded art for a year straight before I ever put myself on social media. That's why I did, anywhere between 3 to 6 hours a day, 7 days a week, honing my skills. And even then I wasn't perfect by any stretch of the imagination. There were still tons of flaws in the work I did because I was still learning, even doing it, even doing it 3 to 6 hours a day, 7 days a week for a solid year straight without missing a day. There's still tons of shit I didn't know. And sadly, you see that a lot right now. You see people wanting to jump into this, and you're kind of looking at their stuff, and you're like, man, you're not ready. I mean, you're not only is some of these people not ready, like I said, physically and mentally, they're not ready emotionally. I mean, how many times have I seen over the last, few months, some of these new artists making posts about somebody said their art sucked or said they didn't have no reason selling art, they shouldn't be selling art right now, and they had to make this cry me a river damn post on Facebook about it. That right there shows me that they're not ready. So I do wish more people would kind of put a little bit more time, like grind that year. You don't have to be in a hurry. You want people seeing your artwork and going, holy shit, that's pretty damn good. Even though this guy's new and yeah, there might be a little bit of mistakes here or there, but wow, looking at his artwork, man, he did really good or she did really good. That's where you want to be. You don't want to be out here where, you're kind of being looked at as this is what not to do. But yeah, I mean, I saw somebody the other day or a few days ago post some damn post about somebody said something negative about their stuff. And I'm like, dude, if it's bothering you already and you're just putting a handful of time into a piece, you are not ready, because wait till somebody, tears something apart that you just spent, 14 hours doing. That's where it's really going to bite you in the ass. But too many people, they're in a hurry, which is why you get a lot of these new artists trying to argue the use of AI, because they don't want to put in the time required to do what we do. They want to be able to just flop something out there and then somebody buy it. You got to take pride. That's across the board. That's no matter what you're doing. You got to take pride in it. If you're going to be a guitar player, you need to put in the damn effort and time to get it, to learn it. You can't just be constantly be looking, oh, look, I know 3 chords. And so now I'm a rock star. People really, 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 really got to start putting more time in what they're trying to do. And and the same goes whether, and see, that's another thing too. Like I'll see them, talk about this stuff. And then I look at their Facebook page and I don't really see them posting any art. You know what I'm saying? Like not frequently. They'll occasionally post something. I'm like, well, shit, dude, you're, first off, you're not even putting in the time frame. Because shit, you haven't posted anything in 3 weeks. Yeah, you got to. And that does work across the board. It doesn't matter whether it's art or whether it's music or whether it's football. You have to put in the work if you want to make the cut. It just is what it is. There is no shortcuts. There are no half-assing it. And, you can't just sit around thinking that somebody's just going to start buying all your shit all the time. They're just not. But they see some of this happening and they go, oh, that's me. I can do that. No, you're not ready for that. And of course, people want to get pissy about it when you try to point that out. Like, come on, man, look, you're expecting people to buy your art, but you're doing mediocre art. You're not even on amateur level, but yet you're getting mad because nobody wants to spend money on shit they could probably half-ass do themselves. You got to remember that too. You got to keep that in mind, that if you want people to buy your product, not only are you selling yourself, of course, but you also got to keep in mind that you want to give them quality stuff for their money. You don't want to just half-ass give somebody something and then they look at it and go, well, okay, well, yeah, it's all right. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that. Try to stand above and beyond if you can. Too many people want to, they want to jump in this running, and they just have not learned how to walk yet, and it matters. You want to make an impression. You don't want somebody buying your art because they saw you bitching and crying because nobody's buying your art and they felt sorry for you. You don't want that. You don't want somebody, buying your art. Oh, well, hell, it's only $5. Let me help them out. No, you want people buying your art because they see your art and they have to have it. That's what you want. That's what you want. That's how you create customers. That's how you create fans. That's how you create people that will jump on your commission list every time you open it. And you can't do that if you're putting out mediocre work and you're posting more, Crimea River posts about nobody's sharing your shit or nobody's buying your stuff than you are art. Like I said, I'm a big believer in that. If you haven't put a year in grinding, you don't need to be doing shit. I mean, and I'm not saying anybody's got to live by that. I'm just saying that's my personal opinion that I believe in. And that's what I tell everyone. And I can say that because that's what I did. And I know it worked for me. And it's one of those things where when you put in that effort, that mentality, again, no matter what it is, when you put in that much time per day honing something and crafting something, you can't help but get better at it quicker. You drawing once a week or you drawing once a month, you're not going to get shit done. You playing the guitar once a week, once a month, you're not going to get shit done. I'm a big believer. If you have not grinded art for a year, again, whether you're doing colorist, letterer, whatever the avenue is, if you haven't put a damn year straight grinding day in and day out, you shouldn't be trying to do nothing. Because doing that, it'll also, it'll also help you, like I said, not only see leaps in your quality of work, but it'll also help you get used to the mentality of deadlines and having to get stuff done, no matter how you feel. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter whether your ass is sick. Doesn't matter whether you don't feel like it. That's not your job. Your job is to get your ass up and do the work. So it'll help you with that too. Because when you do it like that, you have that mentality. Oh, I'm gonna work today, even though I don't feel like it, or even though I just was at my other job for 8 hours. That's the kind of mentality you got to have. Because there's going to be days with this, you are not going to feel like doing it. Somebody's going to piss you off, or you're going to be sick or tired, or, exhausted from traveling, etc. So you got to get used to that mentality of, okay, I'm going to get it done. Because here's the thing, and another reason that concept works. If your ass can't sit down and draw when you're not being paid, you're not really going to do it when you are being paid, because you don't have the mentality to sit down and do the work. Oh, you're going to let everything affect you. Everything's going to be an excuse. Man, I worked 10 hours yesterday, so I'm going to play Xbox today. Everything's going to be an excuse. You're going to have a reason why you can't do shit. But when you create that habit of drawing every single day for hours on hours, now it's built into your mentality, into your thought process. You get what I'm saying? Like it's a true habit. You can't seem to not do it. It's that kind of mentality. Like for me, I mean, I do shitloads of hours, and nobody makes me do it. It's not a have to thing. It's just I'm so used to the work now that when I'm not working, I feel like I'm wasting my time. And that's the way that works when you start building up that that mentality of I got to get it done. I ain't got time to bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because there's so much to learn. Just even if you're just screwing with the basics, there's so much to learn. You're constantly growing. You're constantly having to adapt and learn more content to make it useful for yourself. I mean, I'm nowhere near the best, penciler out there. There's tons of people better than me, but you have to be willing to outwork everyone else. Meet those deadlines without excuses. Don't take jobs and then, bullshit around and pussyfoot around until, a week till, 2 or 3 days till the deadline, and then go, oh shit, I'm sorry, I won't be able to make the deadline, so I'm going to have to back out of my cover. then you throw everyone else into a monkey wrench because you backed out. So yeah, for sure, man. I mean, when you got responsibilities at home, maybe you got small children or a wife or a husband, whatever the case, that's all fine and dandy. There's nothing wrong with handling what you got to do at home, for sure. But you also got to remember, there's 24 hours in a damn day, and you ain't spending every damn minute of it doing household bullshit or family stuff. You're just not. No one is. So that's one of those things where people have to be conscious of what they're doing. You can't be, again, in my opinion, you can't be sitting around playing Xbox and Call of Duty and all this other bullshit, because that becomes your escape. And now you'll sit down, you'll go, oh well, shit, this job I got to do, I can wait another week before I start on it. You'll have that type of mentality. Oh, I can wait another week. I can wait another week. And then then that another week, then that other week turns into, oh shit, the deadline's tomorrow and I'm screwed. Now I got to break my word to this person that, has paid me more than likely, or at least, I've given my word to, that I would make sure to get this done. So that's what you end up doing. You end up breaking your word. And when you start missing deadlines and you start breaking your word and shit like that, I promise you, people are going to pay attention and they're not going to hire you again. Now, because the reason you can't miss deadlines and break promises is because you're already going to have shit in life that's going to throw a monkey wrench. You're going to have, let's say you do have small children at home, etc. You're going to have moments where, the kid gets sick, or your spouse is sick, and you have to stop what you're doing to take care of the children. You're going to have that shit happen. That's just a given. And if you setting bullshit around to where you go, oh, well, shit, okay, this deadline's not for another week, I can sit around and bullshit. I can play Xbox. I can do whatever this week. And then now next week rolls around and you're sick, or one of your kids are sick, and you got to, set with them. Now that deadline's getting even deeper. Now you're days away, So you got to keep your word. And that only comes from putting in the work and learning, how to handle the workloads. Now, the sad thing is, a lot of people look at us indie creators as, oh, well, I can miss their deadlines. It's not that big a deal. No, we're just as important as any of the other damn companies. Yep. There's been lots of times that I've had to sacrifice, time with family and stuff because I had to get some kind of deadline done. And then you also have those moments where, so all of a sudden somebody will, you're almost caught up, and then somebody reaches out, oh, hey, I need you for a cover, and it's due next week. Okay, let me see what I can do, because I ain't telling nobody no. I'll make it work somehow. I'll work longer days, or I'll work all weekend, like the fact I'm working right now while there's lots of people out enjoying the summer. Nope, we got shit to do. I'm trying to get this cover done because I've got some other covers that I've got to get knocked out. I've got like 2 more covers that I've got to finish in the next couple weeks. So, and then that, then I've got commissions I've got to do and things like that. So yeah, you got to do what you got to do. And the only way you can learn that is by grinding. Because there's going to be times where you're not the first, thought of doing a cover for somebody. They probably wanted so and so, but they reached out to so and so, and that person said, no, I'm too busy, I can't do it, or it's a project maybe they don't want to do. And then that person may think of you next, and you got to be like, oh yeah. Let me get that done. So yeah, I mean, too many people want to. Oops, sorry, my head's getting in the way. Sorry about that. Too many people like to bullshit. And keeping your word is definitely super, super, super important. I gotta adjust her eye a little bit with some white out, but oh man. All right, bud. Have a good day. Yeah, I'm gonna be getting off here in just a little bit myself. All right, let's see. All right. All right, I think I'm going to stop right there for right now, and then I'll go back a little later and double check everything. I'm going to take a break for a bit and see if there's anything I might be missing. So the flip side looks good. So you turn it over and look in the light from the back side of it, and sometimes that'll tell you if something looks off. So it looks okay. But anyway, I'm going to get off here. Thank you guys for hanging out and chatting with me. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later.